This conference will now be recorded.
Today is going to be class 3, and basically today I'll be talking about installing Pega in personal laptop, because as I said, this is not going to be what do you say, just a say and hear session where you have to do your own practicals in your personal laptops. So installation and installation, I will see based on the time frame available. I will try to see what are the topic I can cover. Okay, first thing, basically, many of the people will have this query, that is, what is the system requirements? System requirements. It should be Windows 10 or 11 should be fine, and you have to install uh, something called as okay. So basically, I'll be sharing this zip file, pega 8.sys.0 zip file, which will be around 4.5 GB, I guess. Yeah, which it's going to, which is around 4.05 GB. Basically, what you have to do is, after getting this particular zip file, you have to unzip the file into something like this. You have to unzip the file into a specific folder name which is having all these contents. So be very clear. Here, one important thing is, when you are doing, when you are unzipping it, folder name should not, remember this, folder name should not have any special characters. When I say special characters, including space. Including space. Sometimes people will say Pega space installation. So that is also not allowed. Folder name should be something very simple. I would suggest to keep keep the name as Pega 860. So it tells that it is a 860 version. So I would suggest to keep this name, but it's up to you. If you want to keep a different name, it's up to you. No problem. No issues, as long as you follow this kind of standard. Okay. So this is for unzipping folder. Unzipping folder. So I'll just do that right away. So like this, something like this, and also try to keep it somewhere, very near to drive. That means, like, don't try to keep it inside folders. See, remember, when I say folder name, this entire path should not have any spaces in middle, any special characters in middle. So that means this folder should not have special characters. This folder should not have special characters, etc. and all. So always try to ensure that you do that in this way. So I'll just simply expand this. So what I'm saying, this is something you should try to do. Pega 860. Okay, it will extract and it will come around what do you say, some 4 GB to 4.5 GB or close to 5 GB. Okay, hope my voice is clear, audible. So in the chat box, is my voice audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So I hear complete silence. So that's where actually I got. Okay. So you have to unzip this. So after unzipping this, basically you have to go with this install.bat. You just have to use something called as install.bat. When you do this, what will happen is, if you have a different Pega version which is already installed, ensure that it is completely shut down. No, I understand that some of you might be having someone who knows Pega and they might have already shared Pega software to you. That is completely okay, but always ensure that no other things are running. Even MS Office also, do not open anything and do not keep PDFs also open. Just only do installation. I would always prefer to do this on a fresh laptop or a fresh this one. That means like newly installed OS, which is very much easy. If not, that's okay, no problem, no need to take that stress. But yeah, just keep this in mind. So you just simply click on install.bat. A window will come. Of course, I'm not going to continue till the end because I have already installed the product. So that is the reason actually I'm just showing what I can show. Okay, so this kind of pop-up will come. So inside this pop-up, you just simply click on next, and it shows that some prerequisites, etc. and all. For personal edition, Windows 11 is the only prerequisite. And of course, one more thing which I want to highlight for better performance. So minimum 8 GB RAM and let's say 50 GB space. That means like in the drive where you are installing the Pega. Of course, it is not going to use that much, but yeah, I'm just telling it. Minimum having more than 8 GB will be always plus. Okay, these are the minimum prerequisites. Now you just simply go here and you click on next. Simple. You click on accept. You select all these checkboxes. Basically here, if you see here, you have to understand a little bit more. All of you, one by one, can read this out. What is the first one? What is the second one? What is second one? Third one? What is fourth one? What is fifth one? One by one. I don't like the silence. Yeah.
Yes, sir. First one is initialization.
Okay.
And the second one is install database server.
Okay. So here actually,
yes.
Yeah. So here actually, if you see, yeah, we'll continue that reading stuff. So here, if you see, install database server. Normally in real-time projects, because this is something like which I'm promised you guys that I'll be teaching something in which is very close to real time. In real time, what happens is there is something called as 3-tier architecture. Does anyone know about this? 3-tier architecture. Does anyone know about it?
No, sir.
Okay. So basically, in 3-tier architecture means every infra. What do you mean by infra? What do you mean by infra? Servers. servers. If you see, basically you are using it, you are using your own personal laptop, correct? So when you develop application, right, do you think that they are placing the applications in the laptops or your desktop boxes, what you are building in the home? No, right? Obviously they will be using something called as servers. So what is a server? Basically it is a kind of high power high power computing, high power than personal devices. That's all. That means, like, maybe if you are using i5, they might be using Intel Xeon. So that kind of computing power will be more. That's all. Basically server is also a laptop or a desktop what you are using, but it has a high power thing. So in three-tier architecture, what will happen is, for every infra, there should be three layers. First layer is web layer, second layer is app layer, third one is DB layer. First layer is web layer, second layer is app layer, third layer is DB layer. Okay, when I say web layer, so what is the function of this particular web layer? This web layer, what it will do is, all the internet traffic will first reach here before going to app layer. Can someone tell me the example of internet traffic that I'm talking about? Anyone? Hello? Anyone? Any example of web internet traffic that I'm talking about? Your simple Gmail. Basically, if you see your simple Gmail also, what will happen is your Gmail traffic will first go to web layer servers. These web layer servers will process this information and they will send it to app layer. Okay, the processed information in web layer, will be handled and corresponding DB or logics will be executed here. Okay, so app layer means, basically you can consider this as, for any infra you can consider this as a brain. Okay, because the main logic, the main computations, the main complex validations or complex things, whatever it is, are going to be handled in the app layer only. And DB layer, basically in the DB layer, what will be there is, all the information will be stored in DB layer. But meaning, when I say all the information, users information, like, if it is Gmail, your Gmail ID, your password, your emails, etc., what's not, everything will be stored in DB layers. Okay, so if you see, even though all of them look same, they have a very minute difference and clear-cut segregation what each layer have to do. So basically, if you see, this one is, so I'm going to name the layers. Okay, so the first layer is gateway, meaning if somebody has to come to our infra, they have to cross the gateway. This is the logical area, and this is the storage area. So this is the real enterprise architecture. Whatever that we do in the real-time environment, basically all of them will be having this kind of 3-layer architectures. No matter which infra you see, it may be a Amazon cloud, or it may be a Microsoft Azure, or it may be a on-premises platform. I'll be talking about that also. They will be having this 3-layer architecture for sure, and this is the standard. I think like it became standard somewhere around 2005 to 2010. Okay, so here if you see, basically our Pega is going to be installed by Pega administrator. Pega administrator will install Pega in this layer. Okay, Pega administrator will install Pega in this layer. So now actually we are hearing some new word called as Pega administrator. What is this particular Pega administrator? Pega administrator is a guy, he's responsible for installation, patching, and any platform level configurations. A very clear-cut difference is Pega administrator and Pega developer are not same. Okay, very important point, guys. Pega administrator and Pega developer are not same. Pega developer is meant to develop applications. Pega administrator is meant to handle the infra or the installation. So a very clear-cut difference that we have to know, because normally what happens is, when we go to interviews, basically they will be asking us saying that, okay, what is your role? Did you do the installations, etc. and all? You just simply say that, okay, boss, definitely I worked with someone who has done that. That is like Pega administrator. Okay, so coming back to the installation point, install database server. Why we discussed about this install database server here? Because in personal edition, there is no concept of these 3 layers. In personal edition, there is no concept of 3 layers. Enterprise architecture, but for personal edition, there is no such concept. All the traffic, DB, and logics will be handled by single software, and this is not meant to be used for enterprises. Enterprises means company. Because it has its own limitations, it has its own performance capping points. So this is the clear-cut difference between enterprise architecture or enterprise software and a personal edition. Okay, so now let's continue with the installation. Here actually, if you see, load Pega platform from database. So here actually, if you see, what happens is, when we are doing the installation, normally it may be a it may be a enterprise product, enterprise infra, or personal infra. Basically what will happen is, when we are doing installation, first step is Pega backend scripts. Will unzip, or you can say unwrap, all the data into database first, and then from the database, they will pull the database. Pega installation scripts will pull the information from database. and install the, or construct the platform. Construct the platform. So if you see, basically load from database. Basically, this is the meaning. So actually here, if you see, normally in personal edition, you don't really get a chance to check all this, you uncheck these checkboxes. But in enterprise edition, your Pega administrator will have that options, because they want to use an existing DB, or they want to use something which is already there. So many combinations are possible. That is the reason actually they will always try to have more possibilities. And now, so you click on next. Here, if you see installation directory, be very clear, guys. This unzipping, whatever that we are doing is, is a, what do you say, content, not the actual installation folder. Installation folder should be completely different. Installation folder, it's okay. You can keep name Pega 860, Pega 860 install, or installation folder. No problem. No problem. You can keep a clear-cut name so that you will be clearly understanding it. And also, as I said, this should be a clear-cut name, which should, which should not have any spaces in the entire whatever that you are trying to do. You just simply select the space. For example, I will just go back. Of course, I'm not going to do the installation, but I'm just showing you. Okay, I created the folder. I'll go inside, copy the path. Don't try to navigate. That's okay. Even if you navigate also, copy the path. You click on next. And here, if you see, these two ports should be available. Of course, I understand that all of you are freshers, and maybe from your college projects or wherever it may be, you might be, having some kind of installations which might say that, okay, these things are not available. Okay, so in such situations, basically you have to check whether these port numbers are available or not. Okay, if your port numbers are not available, don't do anything. You just come to me. We will install it together. So don't try to do anything, on your own. Of course, match to match, you can see instead of 8080, you can try 8081 also. For this DB port, we have to check. Even I'm pretty much have to check what other ports works for this one. So you just check that this port is available, and then you click on next. The installation starts, and it takes around 20 to 30 minutes. If your laptop is very fast, it may take 15 minutes only. If your laptop is kind of slow, it will take 30 to 35 minutes or 40 minutes also. Don't worry about it, and ensure that your laptop did not, is always on. So that is about the installation. What will happen basically, something like post installation things. Post installation points to note. So 3 desktop icons will be created. 3 desktop icons will be created. So how those desktop icons will be looking? They'll be looking something like this. See here, Pega Platform 860 login, Pega Platform 860 shutdown, Pega Platform startup. Remember, guys, basically this is not a MS Office that is installed in your laptop. It is a server. So when you say server, just like how you are turning on your mobile, you have to switch on the Pega platform. You have to switch on the Pega platform. So how do you switch on? Basically, you just simply click on the startup. Then a pop-up will come something like this, and it will take so much time. Maybe for some situations, actually, it will take more than 15 minutes, or for some people, it may take only 10 minutes. Okay, you ensure that everything is done and it came to a halt state, and you do Control F. server startup. Okay, see here, server startup. Basically, this point, server startup. This server startup value will be minimum 1 lakh ms microseconds, 1 lakh microseconds minimum. Okay, if your laptop is very fast, 80,000 is the best, but it will never go beyond that. It will never go less than that. So always ensure that whenever you start the server, basically you check this point, server startup in so and so milliseconds. Of course, my laptop previously it used to start in somewhere in 1 lakh. Now it started going into 2 lakhs. That's okay, but yeah, as long as you see this, you can conclude that your server has started. You can conclude that this server has started. And once the server starts, basically, see, for starting server, what is the this one that you will be using? Pega Platform 860 startup. And for logging into server, basically you will be using Pega login. And it will, whatever default browser it may be Edge or it may be a Chrome, it will load the URL and then you will see a login screen, something like this. You will see a login screen, something like this. Okay, and after we'll come to the part where what to do after seeing the login screen. After doing all this login, basically what you have to do is, when your work is completely done, what you have to do is, do ensure that you shut down the server. Remember, this is a server that is getting installed in your laptop. Every server has to be started and it has to be stopped. Every server has to be started and it has to be stopped for sure. Okay, because people may ask, okay, what will happen if you did not stop the server and because of XYZ reasons, maybe your laptop power went off or your home power went off. In such situations, basically what will happen is the server will crash and you might have to reinstall it, and the reinstallation might not work at all. So if you are thinking to practice from evening 7 to 8, start at 6:50, 6:50, start the server, finish your work, whatever that you are doing by 8, and you shut down the server from 8 and ensure that it is shut down. Okay, how you will ensure that it is shut? It is completely down. The same login page, whatever that you have created, will not load. I mean, whatever that you have loaded previously will not work. If it is working, maybe you just clear the cache and see it should not work. That is how actually you have to ensure that it is working. Remember, why I am saying all these things is, I see many students who will be practicing for 20 days, 25 days and do this one silly mistake, and whatever progress they have done for their 20 days or 25 days will be completely lost. I am not in a position to help anywhere because you are installing it in your personal laptop and you are, you are not able to do the task. For every batch, actually, I will tell this. So you are not able to give that much of minimum time that is required to start. No problem. You don't need to practice for 1 hour a day. If you want to practice 20 minutes, plan 10 hours, 10 minutes before and after extra. That's all. So ensure that you do this. This is for not at the beginning state. I'm talking about the state after 25 classes or after 25 classes, whatever practice that you have done, to ensure that it is not lost. Okay, so that is about installation. Basically, after doing this, the first password or the first ID is administrator@pega.com. Administrator@pega.com. Password is install, INSTALL. If you want to take a screenshot, no problem, it will be there in the recording anyway. This is the default ID and password. This is the default ID and password. So you just simply click on login. It will just take you to Dev Studio. Nothing more. It will just take you to Dev Studio. Administrator@pega.com and password is installed. It will take you to Dev Studio. That concludes the entire installation progress. That concludes the entire installation process. Okay. So I'll try to highlight the important points to note. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. And close everything before starting installation. Close everything before starting installation. When I say close everything, it literally means everything. Your MS Office, your MS Docs, whatever it is, even this video also, if you want to see, keep it in a mobile and try to do the installation. Don't open anything. See, nothing wrong. I know if there are people who are very much familiar with laptops or familiar with notebooks, they do it on the otherwise, but that's okay, no problem. I'm talking about people who are very much new to laptop, the systems. So ensure that this is there and you have done all these things. And the checkpoint for tomorrow is, I will ask everyone if you have seen this one in your personal laptops or not. Okay, so the software will be shared to you by Prakash. For the enrolled candidates, he will be sharing the software. And tomorrow I will be talking about framework. Basically, there is some terminologies. I would not say terminologies, something which we have to understand. Class 04, application creation, framework, implementation, applications. Tomorrow, this is what implementation, applications. Don't worry, in the beginning classes will be short because I need to give time to you people to adjust with my pace and set your devices correct. Because if I tell and if you do not practice, then that is something which is not going to help both of us. So that is the reason. So you just try to ensure that you complete the installation and come back tomorrow. Any doubts in today's class? Okay.
No,
you
sir.
can speak out. Yeah, good. Fair. Thank you so much. And also, no problem. And yeah. Somebody has a query?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, actually, I have a doubt. Actually, I'm from testing background. So thinking to shift my career to thinking to shift my career to Pega. So actually, I'm having 1 year of experience in testing, and I'm 2019 passed out. So I'm just confused whether to continue or if I go with, is there any possibility to get into the company as a fresher, or again if I take experience.
Okay, you don't need to mention your company name. So let's say that you are working in ABC company for 1 year. Okay.
Yes.
So let's say that you have joined this class and you started this learning. Okay. So that means basically, you might have seen my demo video. Basically, I told you that this is a journey of 3 to 4 months. So basically what will happen is, by the time you complete this training and your own learning, it will be like 1.5 years of experience. Okay. When it is 1.5 years of experience, you don't really need to project yourself as a fresher. And the level of discussion that we are going to do and the level of practicals what we are going to do is definitely not going to keep you in a fresher position. So what you can do is, I joined as a fresher in a company, and they trained me in Java, and later I was placed in Pega project. But actually, I wanted to shift because of some XYZ reasons. And you can project yourself as 1 year's Pega experience. No problem at all. You don't need to basically project yourself as a fresher and try to get a job. Okay.
Okay.
Then the next question that comes is, okay, sir, I understood. So I'm working as a tester. So how do I project myself as a Pega experienced? See, if your resume comes to me, let's say, if your resume comes to me, I will just believe your resume. Okay. What I'm asking you to do is, don't change your project. Whatever project that you are currently working, we will discuss about that later. Maybe we'll have that conversation later. Don't change your project, because see, if I ask to explain your project, maybe can you explain for 5 to 10 minutes without stopping?
Yes,
because
sir.
you're working in that project for correct, right? So you should not lose that strength. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
Found. You should not lose that strength in the interview, because what happens is in the interview, I'm in the interview panel for the past five years. So I'll tell you what we look in the candidate. Is she able to understand a real project or not? That is one of the criteria. We don't just what do you say? See that okay, Pega, so we give you job. Basically, what we'll try to check in you is, are you able to understand your current project? Will you be able to understand the new project when you join my company? Because I'm the interview panel member, right? So that is the. So if you keep your current project, that means like whatever testing project that you're doing now,
yes,
it really scores marks in that area. Oh, this particular candidate, has a clear understanding of her current project. So she will be able to understand our project as well.
Yes, sir. But actually, the testing is related to embedded systems, so it's not an application testing.
Don't worry, we'll discuss. You
Yes.
just explain your project to me. At a later point of time, maybe we'll try to find some time to discuss on your resume. You just explain your project to me, and I will tell you how to change the wording so that it will become a Pega application.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Because see, the main thing, I think you got my point, right? Basically, you have an advantage. If you project yourself as a fresher, you are losing that advantage. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So, yeah, and trust me, nobody in the software industry can really go and check, hey, this girl is really worked in Pega or not. No, nobody can do, because if you are working in my company and some XYZ company comes and asks me saying that, okay, hey, this girl worked on Pega or not, I will say get lost. That's my company's private, basically information. You see, that's my business data. How many developers I have, how many are working in Pega projects, how many are working in testing, how many are working in XYZ, that is my company internal secret. I don't disclose that to anyone. So you don't need to think that much. Don't worry. The training is going to help you. And yeah, coming from testing to a development, this one, of course, there will be a learning curve, but it is worth it. It is a worthy step. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you just consider all the factors and you just take the call. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Then. Yeah. Thank you. So I hope remaining all of the few are also clear. Feel free, guys. And as I told, definitely my